You are in Algebra 2 with Trig. Let's talk about what this class is and what we're going to be doing. I know it's not pre-AP, but we're still going to fly. Algebra 2 with Trig is like a college level kind of class, so we're going to move. Our first test is, I think, August 25th. Maybe it's the 24th. It's before the end of the month, so we're going to have the first chapter done like that, and that's kind of how the year is going to go. If it doesn't go like that, we would never get to the Trig part of Algebra 2 with Trig. So if you're not ready to go, you're not ready to roll, that sounds a little difficult to you, you probably want to consider taking a different class. If you just took geometry, I would suggest connections. If you already took connections and you're a senior, I would suggest algebra with finance. That's just my 2 cents. We're going to roll. If there's something you're stuck on or whatever, of course I'm going to say come to zero period, and I'm here for extra help and all that jazz, but I just want to let you know off the gate that this is a college level class, so we're going to move, and no, I cannot slow down on the lessons. Okay, so let's start off with what you need besides your brain. Clearly any math class ever, you should write in pencil. I had some people who were filling their Who I Am Out questionnaire in pen. Of course I don't care about that, but if it's an assignment you're going to turn in to me, like an actual worksheet or a test, I would prefer pencil. I'm going to need it to be pencil, unless you enjoy your paper being graded last, which I doubt you do. Okay, you're also going to want a binder. I am queen of handouts, as you can already tell. You have 2 in your hand, and you're going to get 1 more before you leave. It's going to be like that. I can just tend to kill the trees. I will apologize to them later. So just, you want somewhere to put it all and keep it organized. If there is something you're supposed to pick up, it will be on the podium as you enter the door. Go ahead and put it in your binder and get ready to go. I would have dividers in my binder. I'm an organized person. I like things just so. I would have 3 dividers. If I had 3 dividers, I would do one for, we used to call them bell ringers. Now we're gonna fancy up our title. We're gonna call it Math Workshop. So I would have a section for just what we're doing at the beginning of class, the Math Workshop. I would have a section for just my notes. And then I would have a section for my study guides. I know it's weird that I would put my study guides separate from my notes, but I think study guides help you study for the test. So when I'm studying for like the final exam, I would just reference the study guides. But I mean, can you do this differently? Of course. You might also want a section for learning targets. So you might actually want 4 dividers, but we'll come back to learning targets and where you should put those in a few minutes. Okay, Algebra 2 with Trig is what it is. I'm going to try to make class exciting sometimes, but it's mostly going to be me working an example, you working an assembling example. So to try to make it fun, I tend to write in color. I love the Pentel Flare pens. I have every color. I love them. So if you want to be colorful like me with your notes, I totally understand. You probably want colored pencils or markers or something colorful to write with. Sometimes to make life fun, it might be a worksheet that involves coloring, just because otherwise life is just boring all the time. So you probably want colors. And then most important would probably be the graphing calculator, specifically a TI-84. And then, of course, you want batteries for your calculator. Okay, the 2 in the back, you're getting on my nerves. I don't even know you yet, and you're already on my nerves, so that's not a good sign. Okay. I would get a TI-84. Here's why. I have an iPhone 5, and I'm not going to die. Would I rather have a newer one? Of course, but my iPhone 5 is going to suffice for now. So same thing with the 84. There are fancier ones out there, but for everything we need to do in here and everything you're going to need to do in a college level math class, a TI-84 will work. In fact, if you get too fancy of a calculator, it's not allowed on the ACT. So just so you're warned. I have some TI-84s, as you can see from the thing behind me. I will allow you to use these while you're in here with me. But if you go home and you are needing a graphing calculator, you can't take mine. They're mine. They're going to stay here with me in my world. And then another issue would be Mason. No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Mason worked so hard on this problem, and he just couldn't figure it out, and he had calculator 24, and he was just going to come back to it tomorrow. Well, Mason is not the only one who used calculator 24. Other people erased his problem. Other people changed the settings on the calculator, so now he gets the wrong answer. Basically, other people happened. It wasn't Mason's baby. Other people used it besides Mason. And now everything's screwed up for Mason. So if I were Mason, I would have my own calculator that no one gets to use or touch but me. That's my 2 cents on that. Okay. Textbook. I've got good news and good news. It is not applicable for this class. We are not going to distribute textbooks. Okay, some of you are in, I'm going to call them fancy desks. They're the sample desks, lucky dogs, with the separate chairs. If you're in a fancy desk, you don't have a textbook under you. If you're in a regular school desk, you have a textbook already under you. We might use them during class occasionally. I'm never going to give homework out of them. You're not going to have to lug a textbook home. The only thing you're ever going to have to lug home besides your binder is a workbook. And it is much, much, much thinner. It is about the size of, it is very thin. Very thin. It is no Harry Potter book. It is very, very thin. But if I do give you homework in the workbook, I'm probably going to check it. So you're going to have to remember to bring it back the next day. So that's an issue for some people in life. Okay, my email address. My name is Leah Compton, so leah.compton, like straight out of. And then my handle is the same as yours. I'm at acsboe.org. Let me zoom in on that. If for some reason you just can't, like something's not working, you type that in, it's not going, you can always go to the school website, click faculty, find my name, and email me through the school website. But you have to know my name. Okay, and then since we're already filling in a star, I'm going to go ahead and do the other star that says Google Classroom. I don't know what got into me when I made the third period sign. Yours is hard to read. The code is JC248ZK. My C up there is just too ugly. Too late now. Okay, so I'm writing it on the syllabus. I'm posting it on the wall. Clearly it is important to me. I know some teachers say that they're going to use Google Classroom. They say they're going to use it and then they really don't use it. That's not me. I use it every day. I'm recording myself right now. I don't know why you want to watch me go through the syllabus again, but maybe you were struggling and you didn't fill in the box and it's just going to bother you. So I'm going to post the video of me going through this on YouTube, which will then post to Google Classroom. Yeah, I'm that person. I'm going to post everything we ever do. If I'm sitting up here giving notes, I'm going to post it on Google Classroom. And, of course, I'm going to post updates. Like, we're going to have a test tomorrow. Whatever it is you need to know, it will also be on Google Classroom, not just videos. Okay, let's see. Lyric? Do you want to do expectations or course content?
Course content.
I thought so. She wants to know what we're going to learn about here. We are, like any other math class, going to talk about equations. And inequalities. We are going to talk about something called a matrix. So we're going to talk about matrices. And then I'm going to draw a little picture of a matrix. You don't have to put it if you don't want it. It's your syllabus. And then in all caps, I'm going to put the word functions because we're going to spend like 75% of our time on functions. Now, you've already talked about functions in math class before. And Algebra 1, you spent a lot of time on linear and quadratic functions. We're going to go back over those, but we're going to talk about a whole lot more. In fact, I'm going to list 3 cool ones we talk about. We talk about logarithmic. We talk about something called exponential. And then I'm running out of room, but the coolest kind of function we discuss is a trig function. I mean, you took Algebra 2 with trig. We have to talk about trig somewhere. So, trig functions. So then we will just spend a lot of time on as well. Caitlin, expectations or homework? Okay. She can't stand that going in order. That's cool. I'm like that. Perfect. Okay, I want to talk about my expectations because you don't know me, so you need to know what I'm crazy about, which is a lot of things. We should probably discuss me and bathroom passes. We should probably discuss makeup work. Tardies. And then the number strips. Now, I'm running out of room, but if I had room, I would probably add Miss Compton's biggest pet peeve in life is when people try to pack up at the end of class and line up at the door. Like, if I had to pick a number one pet peeve, it's the liner up people. Ugh, they just can't. Just can't. Clearly, I did not give them enough work to do. Okay, so you're going to love this. Yes, dear.
Number strips?
Yeah, you're going to love that. Give me a second. So, bathroom passes. We might have to change what I think about this. But right now, where my room is currently, until I move to the new school, I'm so close to the bathroom, I'm not going to limit your number. I'm not going to say you can only go 2 times and then you're done. I'm not that person. The passes hang right there. You ask me when I'm stopped on something because I swear I have ADHD, and if you interrupt me, I'm going to get distracted, and I don't like getting distracted. So you ask me nicely at an opportune time. You're that smart. I'm going to say yes. You're going to go. You're going to come back quickly, so within 2-3 minutes max. And then the next time you ask me, I'm going to say, okay, go again, Caitlin. Go for it. Whatever. But if I tell Caitlin she can go, and then 20 minutes later she finally returns, next time Caitlin asks me, I'm going to say no. But as long as Caitlin's not abusing that, she can go. I not only have bathroom passes, but I have a pass to the blank. So you can go to the gym, a nurse pass, a pass to the office, etc. I've got passes. If you ask me and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're normally on your game, I'm going to say yes. However, when you come back, if you can't already tell by looking around, I'm a little OCD. I like my stuff a certain way. She's pulled her desk back a little. As soon as she leaves, I'm going to push her desk up. That is me. I don't know why. I cannot help it. It is just me. So when you come back in, put the pass back the right way, or I will call you out on the pass not being the right way. I know that's silly, but it's just me. Okay, he wanted to know about number strips, so let's talk about those. Unlike normal math class, you are in groups, which means I expect you to talk to your group. Not, hey, can I copy your number 5? But, hey, can you help me with number 5? That's cool. Or at least she'll see that he's working on number 5, so she'll remember she's supposed to be working on number 5 too. So what we're going to do is a system called number strips. We won't start them until next week. It's supposed to be an easy grade for your group of your group did a good job this week. For now, I'm sorry. You can tell my alphabet skills stink. Until I learn your name, we're ABC groups. Once I learn your names, we'll mix it up a bit. But for now, ABC groups. So let's say I'm in a group with, I don't know. I'm going to make up people because I don't know y'all's names. I'm going to be with Tyler, Maddie, and Compton. We're in a group. We're having a good day. The teacher asked a question. Someone in my group knows the answer, answers it. Teacher says, hey, give your group a point. So I gave that group a point. They answered a question. Good for them. I look over there, and those fools are talking away. They're not listening to me. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I asked them 5 minutes ago to work number 5. They're still not working number 5. Please take a point away from your group. Oh, man, they're back at 0. All I know is I asked a question, and she said something profound. I mean, it was amazing. She used the mathematical vocabulary. She was on it. It was the most genius thing I've heard. Give yourself 2 points. And so we will practice it next week. And yes, I know I'm going to have to be on it to make sure people are being honest, because she's going to think her group should get a 5 every day, so she's going to secretly circle 5. I'm going to handle it. I got this. But every week we're going to have a grade. It's just going to be a participation grade, and it's based off how many points your group got. Hopefully you're going to get 5 points a day out of me. You're that on it. Hopefully you're not the group that's always on their phones, never doing math in math class. If you have a group member that's always on their phone, never doing math class, I suggest you get on them before they stop taking all your points away. The worst would be to end up in a negative point day. That means you're eating into yesterday's points. You worked so hard yesterday to blow it today. That's ridiculous. You do not want to be that person. Do not do that. We will spend more time on that next week. Just wanted to let you know what's coming, so you would know what that grade was when it does pop up. Tardies. I mean to lock the door. I don't always. Please try not to be tardy, especially in a math class. You will annoy the math teacher. I will mark you tardy. You'll be mad you have to take the semester exam. It's just going to go poorly for us all. And knowing me, I'm going to be annoyed you haven't come in and started the math workshop. You're not ready to go. Like, whew, I'm already mad at you, and you've been here 2 seconds. And then makeup work. Okay, if I were to flip to the back, it has a spot for absences. But how many days are you supposed to make up something?
The amount of days you're absent.
It's standard 3 days, but if you were absent a lot of days, would you get more than 3 days? Yes, we would have to discuss it. There's a crate over here. You're in Albert to a Trig. Find a crate that says Albert to a Trig. What's today's date? The 9th. So I would go to the number 9 in here. I would stick my hand in, and I bet there's a piece of paper that I'm supposed to get. And Miss Compton is normally on her game, so it probably even has my name at the top, because she noticed I was absent that day. So there is no Miss Compton. I was absent yesterday. What did I miss? Because you already checked the crate, didn't you? You already looked and got what was in 9. Did you miss 9? Whew. Okay, so let's see. Bale? No, you're Andrew. Are you called Drew? If you're called something different than what I wrote on your note card, mark it out nicely and write what you wrote. I don't want your weird old nickname. I'm not calling you something your mama wouldn't call you. But if your name is Andrew and you normally call it Drew, then mark it out and put what you're called, so I'll learn your right name and not call you the wrong thing. Okay, so let's say Andrew was absent. He was absent and he wants me to grade it quickly. Now, normally, anything you turn into me, you want to turn in the 3rd drawer. And I don't really know Andrew, so he better not mess that up. He better not turn it into 2 or 5. It's going to take me a while to figure out that he's a 3, just being honest. So Andrew's absent. He wants me to grade his makeup work quickly. He's going to put it over here. I swear, if it's over here, I'll grade it faster. If I have to, as I'm grading all my papers, I'm going through a stack, and then I find Andrew's one random sheet, I'm going to be mad at that sheet of paper. I am. I'm going to put it at the bottom of my giant stack of papers to grade. He doesn't want that to happen. He doesn't like his paper being at the bottom of the stack, and I'm most angry and tired. He wants his to be first. He's going to put it up here. I believe in him. There's a sign, I haven't put it up yet, but Andrew's got it. I believe in him. He will put his absent stuff in the right spot. He wants it graded quickly. Okay, Miss Compton, how are you going to know if I'm absent? You don't know my name. How are you going to know that I wasn't there that day? I got this cool little stamp. I'm going to stamp the date on things. That way I know exactly what date I gave him out. Yes, dear. I'm loving questions.
How would you know who's in what period since you don't know our names yet?
Over there, if you're absent, you're already like a league of your own anyway. There. I'll figure you out then. That's it. If we were doing points, I'd give you a point for that. You know, you're already a special baby then, because I already got to pull out my key that I already put away, and I'm already mad at you anyway, so I'll figure it out. Okay, we did all those things. Oh, but yeah, so I'm going to date stamp things. So you're going to say, oh, but Miss Company, you gave that on the 10th. No, baby, I stamped it. It says the 9th. I gave it on the 9th. So, yay, date stamps. They're the best. Okay, we'll let you choose. Do you want to do homework or quizzes and tests? Yes.
Homework.
Homework he wants to know. Let's see, it would be either in notes or in the workbook. It won't be that many problems normally. And then I would write a note that I check regularly. Now, if it was just 2 problems, I might be lazy the next day and not check it. I wouldn't make them that, but I might. But if it was quite a few problems, of course I'm going to check it. Depending on the topic, I might check it for, Andrew did them all, or I might check it for Andrew has the right answer. It depends on how hard the topic was. Sometimes his random guess of 5 is not going to work. And sometimes I'll be like, bless his heart, he tried real hard. He can ask points. Just depends on the assignment, and you'll know what I mean once we start doing work. I can't stand the blank box. I just can't. So I'm going to write in it. If you decide you hate me, which is fine, it happens, and you go to a different Algebra 2 with Trig class, there is still going to be something called a math workshop every day. That's what we're going to do at the beginning of class. And there's still going to be a math workshop test, which we're going to put in the 60% category. Now, in the past, I had a bell ringer test, and it was very simple. I would say on 8-9, what was the answer to our bell ringer? And you had multiple choice, and you selected. I mean, there was no way you could not make an A on it, unless you didn't do your bell ringers, which is what happened. So we're tired of that. We're swapping things up departmentally, like everybody is. So our math workshops for the first 9 weeks, for instance, are on solving equations. And then we're going to take a test on solving equations. And you won't get to use your math workshop notes, but it'll be similar problems. And it'll be a regular test grade. Everybody's going to do it. So there is going to be a test, like a for real test, based off what we do in math workshop. Just so you know. Another reason to not be tardy in life. But I do feel sorry for you. So while I may not put it in the 60, I may only put it in the 30, I will be nice enough to give like a learning target test. It's really going to be, can Andrew keep up with his notes? Has he been keeping up with his math workshops? Does he know what learning target we did what day? Does he know what on earth is going on in here? It should be a perfect grade for him, trying to give him a gimme grade every now and then in life, because that one's going to be a hard one. In fact, I would probably make a note to myself, that one's going to be a hard one. This one's supposed to be easy if you're organized and keep up with your stuff. But just so Andrew knows everything before he starts thinking that math workshop's not important. And then all of a sudden he's taking a test and he doesn't even get to use his old notes on it. Okay, quizzes and tests. I do something called checkpoints. Has anyone done a checkpoint before? Okay, perfect. Don't require. If you want to reword this, you can. There's a better way to say that. Don't require notice. Okay, I don't have to let you know when we're going to take a quiz or a checkpoint. I don't. Can out of the goodness of my heart I let you know the quiz is coming? Yes, I can. But do I have to tell you, hey, we're taking a checkpoint today? No, not until it's happening. But if it's a test, of course, you're going to have plenty of time, a study guide, whole 9 yards. Okay, so I know some of us know what checkpoints are, but not everyone. A checkpoint is 3-4 problems from the lesson we've been talking about. I give them to you, you bring it up to me, and I grade it right then. I say, oh, you got 1, 3, and 4, but not number 2. Go try number 2 again. She goes, she tries number 2. She brings up, you still don't have number 2. She goes and tries again. And she tries until I say, your number 2 is good. Which sounds a bit ridiculous. And eventually it might be, I'm so sorry, you're going to have to come to 0 period to fix number 2 because we're out of time. But my goal is for her to get a perfect score. And as long as she stays on it, she's going to get her perfect score on her checkpoint. So if you don't make perfect scores on your checkpoint, that's on you. You should. I'm telling you, you can do it again and again and again until I say it's good to go. So just want to let you know that in advance. And of course, I thought I should add, because I've got some smart people in here that are going to say, well, you said quiz and test, but you never mentioned projects and group assignments. I can't promise we're going to have a project or a group assignment anytime soon, but I don't want to not mention it, and then you say, well, you never mentioned that, so I don't know why you're giving us a grade on that. I would be that smarty pants. I was that person. Well, I was that person in my head. I would never actually say it out loud. Okay, are there any questions on the front side? Flip to the back. This side, I swear, is way shorter and sweeter. It'll make life so much easier. Okay, technology. I don't know if you want to word. Yes, dear. Thank you. This is what I need from you. Technology. I'm not cell phone friendly. So I don't know if you want to put Compton hate cell phones. Or Compton not cell phone friendly. I don't care what you put. Okay, I need to learn your name because you did a great job earlier. Dalia? I wanted to make you a leader like me. Dahlia. Dahlia earlier finished everything she was supposed to finish. She didn't have any assignments. There was nothing else for her to work on. She had already turned in her thing to fill out about herself. Then she played on her cell phone. I'm not going to get on with her for that. She had nothing else to do. The ones who came in, sat down, played on the phone, played on the phone, played on the phone, and never looked up and read what the board said. Never did. Those are the ones that are getting on my nerves. If you can already see you being that person, I would put my cell phone in the clear thing when I got in the room because I don't want to be on Miss Compton's nerves. Because I will call you out. I might take your cell phone. If it's a continued problem, I will call your mama. Like, don't. Yes, dear.
We'll work on like a separate assignment. What's your policy with headphones?
In fact, I'm even going to tell you. I'm going to say you can use your headphones now. I've been known to even let you use your headphones occasionally during the test or two. He nicely took his headphone out of his ear the moment I started talking, but I know when I'm done, he's going to put it back in his ear. I'm good with that. He's on it. He can stay the way he is. I'm not going to change that. I was going to say that about me and cell phones. If we're going to use them in class, like if you want to leave yours at home, because I don't know, you don't need it every 2 seconds. If you're going to leave it at home, I'll let you know in advance, hey, we're going to use our cell phones tomorrow, or I'm going to let you do this tomorrow with your phone. I was going to let you know about what I have. Obviously, I have a cell phone, but I have the thing I'm using now. It's called a hover cam, and I have something called an e-beam. Beam, Miss Compton, come on. Okay, and the reason I'm telling you about it is because I hope to let you use it too. My hover cam is recording me right now. It can obviously zoom in. You see me zoom in and zoom out. It can also turn around, so I'm going to turn it on you. Hold on. Can turn it on you. Oh, it's upside down. I can flip it around. Come on, flip. Oh, there, we've got people now. So I can turn it on you if I want to. I could get Dahlia to come up here and show us her answer to the math workshop. I could let someone else do what I'm doing. And it would be fine. I swear they can handle it. It's not that complicated. The only complicated technology I have is an e-beam, and we're not going to get into it today, but it's the coolest thing since sliced bread because I can like roll dice and do stuff on the, it's cool. If we use the e-beam, which I hope to use, but to be honest, I got get a little more user-friendly with it, I'll probably turn the lights off and only have the lamps on. It'll be very tempting to fall asleep. If you do fall asleep and I feel sorry for you, I'll leave you alone. If I don't feel sorry for you, because, like, my God, we're doing something important, I've been known to throw things, just so you know. You might want to have some gum or something. Nowhere on here did I say I hate food, I hate drinks, I hate gum. She's had her Dr. Pepper, she has her water, they're good. This kid came in first period, he had his food, he was fine, but he left rings on my desk from his drink. I told you I'm OCD. Do you think I'm okay with that? No. So as long as you're not making a mess, I'm not going to get on you. But if you're all up in my, I'm OCD. Just keep that in mind if you're going to take that risk. Okay, tutoring, extra help. What am I going to put up there? Yeah, I'm going to say come to 0 period. And then I would say you're in a group for a reason. Have you asked your group? And then I would also say, because I'm going to write it everywhere, did you check Google Classroom? Andrew understood example 1. He understood example 3. He got lost in example 2. Why doesn't he go to the video from that day? He's smart on YouTube. He'll get it to just the part where he just watches example 2 again. Maybe he'll get it if he watches it again. Use Google Classroom. Watch the videos again. Ask somebody something. Ask me a question through Google Classroom. Or, of course, you can email me. Dahlia has worked and worked and worked, and she is stuck. She just doesn't know how to do this homework problem, and it's driving her crazy. She spent an hour on it, which is way too long. If it took her an hour, she should have emailed me 30 minutes in at most. She just can't. She needs my help. Email me. Send me a picture of what you're doing. I'll look at it and see if I can help you. I'm going to add an addendum, though. I like to go to bed early. I go to bed around 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So if Dahlia emails me 7 or so, I'm going to respond to her and try to help her. If she's emailing me at 10:30, bless her heart, I'm not going to read it till in the morning because I sleep. So find some way to send out an SOS. I'm not going to read rules to you, although you know every school rule ever applies in here. Why would it not? It's not Switzerland. If you needed extra notes, I would say, did you check Google Classroom? That's going to be my answer for everything. Did you look on Google Classroom? I would probably check the absent crates. For instance, if you were to lose your syllabus, how sad. All my extra copies of the syllabus, I'm going to put in the 9 for August 9th. Any extra copies, I'm going to put in whatever date it happened. So if Dahlia loses her 1-1 nose, remember what day we started 1-1, get a new copy. And then my last thought would be to phone a friend. You're sitting in a group full of people. Surely if you missed something or you didn't get a page of notes, surely they know it and they can help you. Okay, grading, you already know 60, 30, 10, but what you don't know about me is my husband gets on to me for it, and every year I'm going to say I'm going to put in less, and I never do. I put in a lot of grades. I do more than I know there's supposed to be 6 in the 60 and so many in the 30 and so many in the 10. I put in a lot. There tends to be 7 in the 60. And quite a few in the 30 and the 10. I grade everything. It's me trying to help you and boost your grade and make sure you're on it. Or it's me trying to create more work for myself. I'm not really sure. I just know that I grade everything. And I tend to give you a grade for whatever it is we did. It may just be 10 points for you did it. Good for you. But I grade the things. So just be ready. And then absences. You already know the 3 days. I love it when you can tell me in advance. I had a kid who was going to be out for a week. He told me, hey, I'm going to be out for a week. Like, well in advance. Not day before, but well in advance. I made sure he had everything we were going to do that next week already in his hands. He already knew to look on Google Classroom. He didn't get behind. If you'll let me know, I can try to help you stay on it and not get behind. Specifically my seniors, because I swear once that senioritis kicks in, it's hard to go back. It's hard. And then I would probably make a note to myself that Miss Compton stamps the date. So you thought, oh, I'm going to slip this in and she'll never notice that it's late, but I will, because I stamped the date on it. Okay, I feel like there are 1,000 other things I want to tell you, but now I've overwhelmed you. Are there any questions about the syllabus? Okay, it is 46. You leave me at 52. Oh, I forgot to pass out the other thing. I have this already date stamped for you. We're going to say it's not due until next Friday. I need your parents to sign it. And as the course outline for what we're doing.
Teachers, please excuse the interruption, but may I have all seniors to the gym for group picture. All seniors to the gym for a group picture at this time. Thank you.
Okay, here's who I am. If you want to work on finishing it now, I know my seniors are anyway. If you want to work on finishing it now, you can. This is not due until next Friday, but my God, you're going home to see your parents tonight. I would go ahead, fill it out, turn it in tomorrow. We're going to make it 20 points in the 10% category. Wouldn't it be nice to start off math class with an A rather than a 0? I would go ahead and tell yourself it's due tomorrow. I would tell myself. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Your who I am when you're done with it is going to go in the third drawer. I swear I'll read them eventually. I do want to know you when I get into talking to myself. You can talk to your group if you want now. I swear I'm done rambling.
If you forget Xavier, just go with Zoe. I'll respond to you first.
Okay, I can do that.
And Zoe's simpler.
Oh no, what's his face?
Say again?
Brady Kazak.
Dang, all my bets are